5 creepiest true sleepwalk stories posted on Reddit. First story was posted 2 years ago by a Reddit user named Isa Merkel. I used to sleepwalk when I was a child. We lived in a rough neighborhood, Decatur, Georgia, and I would wake up outside in the middle of the night, not knowing how I got there, and would have to walk home and walk into the darkened doorway I'd left wide open for whoever might be lurking around. However, the time that scared me the most was when I was about 9 years old. I woke up and found myself with the bedroom curtains drawn back and staring out the window. As I came awake, I noticed a very large and completely hairless man, no hair, eyebrows, etc., staring at me and slowly inching closer to the window and closer to my face. He was looking bewildered, like he wasn't sure what he was seeing. At that moment, I realized what was going on, and I started screaming uncontrollably, frozen in place and peeing down my leg. The man freaked out and screamed, did a tumbling move, and then ran off in a weird zigzag, like he was trying to dodge bullets. My mom woke up and thought I probably had a nightmare. The next morning, we found a screwdriver on the front porch and damage to the door jamb and door handle. I still just about pee my pants when I tell that story, but now it is usually from laughing. I will never forget the look on his face when I started coming to life and screaming, or his high-pitched scream, or his duck and roll, and dodging and bobbing all the way down the street. The second story is from Reddit user Glaaki, posted 6 years ago. My parents didn't tell me that I did this for months. This is my mom's account of what happened. In the middle of the night, she heard loud banging coming from my room. Of course, she goes in to check it out. She walks in there and watches me smack my head against a thankfully wooden door, leaving dents. She helps me back into bed and follows suit a few minutes later, before waking up not even 10 minutes later to me lighting all the candles in the house. After taking me back to bed, hiding all the matches, lighters, knives, basically anything I could accidentally hurt myself with, she hops back into bed. An hour later, I walk into the room and start listing off names. I can't remember any example she gave me, but she said I was reciting full names first and last. She's about had it at this point, so she escorts me back into my room and sits down next to my bed to make sure I stay there this time. After 20 minutes of playing on her phone, she's pretty convinced that I'm gonna stay there. Besides, it's like 2:40 at this point, and she needs to sleep. As soon as she stands up, I grab her hand and open my eyes before asking her, "What's his name?" She thought I was talking about my brother who slept on the bunk above me. I wasn't content with that answer. "What's his name?" This goes back and forth for another 5 minutes before she just removes my grip and goes to bed after locking her door. That's all that happened. I awoke the next morning and had no idea what happened. Not even a headache. Third story was posted 9 years ago by a Reddit account that's now deleted. I used to have regular night terrors, which resulted in me sleepwalking around my house with my eyes wide open, as if I were awake, when I was about 10 years old. Unfortunately, I never remembered anything about these incidents upon waking. One night, according to my mother, I walked down the stairs from my room into our downstairs hallway at about 3 a.m. I was out in the hallway for a solid 5 minutes with my finger pointed towards my parents' bedroom. They sleep with the door open. This whole time I was repeating the word demons over and over under my breath while slowly walking towards my parents' room. Eventually, I reached the foot of their bed and I was now pointing to a spot on the wall above my parents' heads, all the while still chanting, "Demons, demons. Demons. By the time my mom realized what was happening and said, "It's okay, turncoat, I got the demons. They're gone." To which I replied, lackadaisically, "Okay," and fell onto their bed where I slept the rest of the night, only to wake up confused the next morning with no recollection of the event. Fourth story was posted 9 years ago by Brad Ender. Weirdest place I ever woke up? In my own bed. Went to stand up and screamed so loud from the pain shooting through my right arm that I woke my roommate 3 rooms away. Couldn't rotate my hand or straighten my arm, and I had one jet black fingernail. As I was heading out the door to the emergency walk-in center, I found pocket change, a lighter, and my house keys, all scattered down the 4 cement steps in front of my house. En route to the ER, I went through my phone, mapping the fastest route my girlfriend could drive, and discovered I had several new pictures and a new video. Many of the pictures were too blacked out or blurry to see, but the video is clearly in my hand with a black nail as I turn it and flex it. In the background, I was saying audibly, "Well, that's that. I have no idea what to do about that." Once I get to the doc, and yeah, they had to give me a load of muscle relaxers just so I could straighten out my arm enough for the x-ray. We figure out that nothing is broken. I have no contusions, just a serious shit ton of really inflamed tissue in my elbow. Apparently, there is a way to dislocate a joint where instead of bending it backward, which tends to lead to popping and rupturing, you can dislocate some joints the other way, kind of out the side, which tends to lead to surgery. Forget the term you called it now. I was on a lot of hospital magic drugs while he was telling me all this anyway. On the way out, my girl in the waiting room mentions that I'm in her call log, and even left her a voicemail from around 6 a.m. I had apparently called her for help as soon as I was injured. The fifth and last story was posted 9 years ago by The Fly Aquatic. My mom heard me giggling in the downstairs bathroom in the middle of the night. I must have been about 10 at the time. She then heard me continue laughing as I stomped back up the stairs to return to my bedroom. She followed me, probably thinking, "What the hell?" and found me sitting on the side of my bed, eyes wide open. "What's wrong, honey?" she asked. I just kept staring and replied, "The boys are laughing in the bathroom." She wasn't too creeped out. Apparently, she would find me like that pretty often, just laying or sitting up in bed with my eyes wide open, in a sort of trance. I don't know what I would have done. I really hope I don't have creepy kids. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and may your nightmares fade swiftly into the night.